Hey friends, Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Jobu, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Let's get open for business here. Tuesday evening, tomorrow is the big getaway day for Thanksgiving. If you're on the road, if you're flying, if you're traveling, be safe out there. Take your time and arrive alive because it's crazy. Normally, what usually takes me about a 40-minute drive, going the opposite direction of where everybody usually goes, took me an hour and a half today. So, yeah, it's getting hot and heavy, and it will be early tomorrow. So be careful out there. Speaking of being careful, Alex Smith from the Washington Redskins. The Redskins, for whatever reason, just can't seem to get right when it comes to quarterbacks. You see how they handled the Kirk Cousins situation. They ended up franchise tagging him 2 years in a row, basically paying him $45 million for 2 seasons, and got nothing in return. Had they made a long term deal before that franchise tag, they probably could have locked him up for about $50 million guaranteed. But instead, they kept playing the game of, oh, you got to prove it. We need to see more. We need to see more. And so he's left. So what do? They turn around and they sign Alex Smith. Alex Smith, who was, I believe, 33 or 34 when they signed him, to a $94 million contract with $71 million guaranteed. But they felt we're going to win more with Alex Smith. Alex Smith is a better polished quarterback than Kirk Cousins. He will be the real deal. We will be able to take off with him. We can build around him. But unfortunately, the NFL, you're always one play away from your season and possibly your career being done. Alex Smith had a horrific shades of Joe Theismann injury. We've learned more about this injury since they had surgery on it. Turns out it was a compound fracture, which means there's multiple breaks, and it went through the skin. When they originally said it wasn't like Joe Theismann, it's not as bad. You're hearing more things that kind of make you wonder, because it's a compound fracture, and it's also a spiral fracture, which means it twisted up the bone. Now, what they're saying right now is it's a 6 to 9 month window before he would be able to be back, which would be, in training camp. Could be back, but there's no guarantee he will be back. It's conceivable that he may never play again. And if that's the case, the Redskins are going to have a whole lot of dead money. This is the risk of when you sign a guy to a mega contract with guaranteed money. Because if he doesn't come back, and let's say hypothetically, right now, you still got to pay him next year. If he cannot play next year, you got to get somebody else in there. Now, I know you signed Mark Sanchez, butt fumble. You got Colt McCoy. And you've got a lot of money tied up in Alex Smith. More than likely, he's not going to be ready to go for next year. Probably the year after when he is 37 years old. Yeah. That's not good for the Washington Redskins. They may be looking at a quarterback in the draft now because there's too many unknowns. It may be, like I said, that Alex Smith never plays a down again. Could be he could kind of say, you know what? I'll take the 71 million and just retire. It is guaranteed. Just think, the Redskins could have locked up Kirk Cousins and had him as one of the lower tier starting quarterbacks. Had they signed him years ago. This may be a lesson to all those guys that say, why should the Cowboys extend Dak Prescott now? You don't want to get into a situation like Kirk Cousins where you're franchising tag and basically you get the player who wants to say, read between the lines, I'm out of here. Because somebody will show me the love. You don't want to be in a situation where you have to sign an older, aging, better quarterback at inflated rates, knowing that the shelf life is very short. But then again, what do I know? I'm a guy with a day job and a voodoo doll. Whew. The day after tomorrow, we will be back against the Washington Redskins with a full belly from Thanksgiving, hopefully with a great game by our Cowboys. I'm Mark Holmes. It's Cowboy Joe Boo, and I'll see you guys later.